Here we go. Okay. I don't know if you could hear me, but I heard you while I was doing that. Did you hear me? You didn't hear me, did you?
No.
Because I heard you. It was funny because I still heard you, but when I was off here starting to screen record, but you didn't hear me. That's weird. So let me turn off the chat, you guys. Listen, you guys, we will talk after, okay? After we get done, my friends. All right, Kristen. So
I'm super excited.
You've been looking forward to this, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, why don't you tell me what you need?
Okay.
Can I ask you something? Is your dad passed away?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because I heard your dad, so your dad's here then.
That's good.
Would you like to talk to him, or would you want to talk to somebody else?
Well, I would love to talk to my dad.
Okay, so what was your dad's name, honey?
Joseph.
Ah, Joseph. Did anybody ever call him Joey for some reason?
Yes, his brothers and sisters.
Oh my God, because he wants me to call him Joey. Really? Ah,
You can call him Joey.
That's crazy. Well, that's what he says. He says, please call me Joey. I'm like, okay, I'll call you Joey. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see what your dad's telling me. Let me get connected to him. No, the first thing I'm hearing is about a heart attack. Does this relate to your dad?
Yes.
And that's how he passed, correct?
Yes.
Was it he's telling me like a massive heart attack.
It was unexpectedly.
Definitely. I also feel like he was very young. I feel like he was what I'm hearing is 50. So I figured he was in his 50s, late 40s, maybe early 50s kind of thing. He's making me feel like he's a very young fella.
He passed when he was 57.
Okay. That's still very young because I feel like I'm very young. That's only 3 years. Well, next month it'll be 2 years older than me. So, but
Yeah.
I feel like your dad was the type of person who tried to take care of himself.
Yes.
And so, oh man, this guy loves you. You know that your dad loves you very, very much, darling.
Thank you.
And I know
I love him. I miss him so much.
I know. He says, I know how much you miss me, darling, and I'm very, very sorry that I'm not there with you. Now I asked him how long he's been gone, and what I heard was 3. So is there a 3 in his passing, 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 hours? I don't know.
No. But in his passing, I worked for a seafood restaurant, and the owner had passed away unexpectedly of a heart attack. So I lost my boss, I lost my job the next day, and then I lost my dad. So it came in 3s.
Everything happens in 3s, girl. Everything happens in 3s. You said this was a seafood restaurant?
Yes.
Your boss is here too, you know that.
Oh, that's awesome.
He just told me, he says, I'm here too, little girl. You ain't gonna rid of me that easy. I'm just telling you what he said. He's so funny. But let me go back to your dad. So your boss was just popping in. We can talk to him in a minute, maybe, in a few minutes. Let me see what your dad's telling me. Now you said it was a heart attack for him too as well, because I just heard heart attack.
Yeah.
Again, so for him too. Wow. Now I'm hearing 60s. Would this be for your boss? I just heard 63. Or would
no, he was younger.
Younger, or would the early 60s be for your dad now?
My dad would be, he was born in 1960, so he's 60 through, I don't know even, my mom's 60, he'd be 65 maybe?
Yeah, that's what yeah, it'd be 64.
Something like that. His birthday is January 25th. It's coming up.
So, yeah, that's kind of the area that I was thinking for him too. Let's see what else he's telling me. Now he's talking about his grandkids. He didn't get to meet this one that you have, this 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Aw, but I'm telling you one thing, he did. Now, is this a boy? I just heard boy.
Yes.
Aw, I'm going to tell you something. I feel, for some reason, I feel like this little boy looks a lot like your father.
Yes, he does.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why he looks a lot like your dad. Because part of your dad is in this little boy.
Yes.
And
I'm a firm believer.
I believe he has some of the same mannerisms and some of the same quirks and some of the same I feel like your dad has come back in your son, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, want me to mind blow you real quick?
Yeah, tell me.
My dad died November 23rd. And my son was born on November 23rd.
Oh, dude.
My dad died at 4:15 p.m. and my son was born at 4:16 p.m.
That's fucking weird. Oh my gosh.
I know. So Connor's middle name is Joseph. That's my
Oh
father's.
my, that's not a coincidence. That is fucking not a, dude, that's not a coincidence.
I know.
That's what I'm telling you. Your dad immediately come back and I am telling you, like his soul, part of his soul. Listen, I know you're already pregnant with your child, but I'm telling you that part of him is in this child.
Yep.
Like he hopped into I feel like he hopped into this child. Does that mean his soul went a beeline for your belly? And does that make sense to you? That's so
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Hey, it could be.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's weird. So he died the same day your son was born.
Yes. So,
Oh my
but years
God.
apart.
Oh, well, that makes, I thought you meant the same day. Okay, never mind. So he didn't just, so this is what I'm telling you. This is why I had a feeling that he was with your son and your son, because of the coincidences that this happened. This is not a coincidence, girl. That's too much coincidences.
I know.
Wait, this was like 2 years apart then.
No. It was Connor's going to be 2. He was born in oh gosh, I can't even remember. So on November 23rd, my dad will be gone 7 years. And Connor will be 2 years.
Oh, okay. I think he was telling me about Connor, but I already talked about that. So yeah. So you gave him his middle name of your dad?
Yes.
Aw, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah, your dad definitely is in this boy, girl. I'm telling you. Because it's not a coincidence of the time difference and the exact day that your dad died and he was born. No, 7 years apart, mind you.
Yes.
Like a piece of your father is definitely in this child. That's not a coincidence. You know that. I don't believe in those kind of coincidences, to be honest with you.
So I'll tell you another mind-blown situation.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be like, what the heck? This girl's crazy.
No.
So when I found out I was pregnant, I did gender blood work. And my results came back. I was having a girl. So my sister, we had a gender reveal with pink smoke bombs, everything. Humongous gender reveal with all our friends and family. And 2 weeks later, my other half and I go for an ultrasound, and the lady's like, so do you know what you guys are having? And we're like, yeah, we're having a girl. I guess I'm meant to be a girl mom for life, because I already have a daughter. And the lady was like, oh. And I look at Denny and I'm like, wait a minute, did she just say oh? And he's like, shut up, Kristen, don't open your big mouth, don't open your big mouth. And I'm like, okay. And then she circled his privates, and there was 100% a boy there.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your dad came into your child, honey. I have a feeling when he gets older, he's going to have a lot of the same mannerisms as your husband, your dad. This is why he looks a lot like your father right now, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. And do you have the same eyes as your dad?
He has blue eyes. My dad had blue eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm feeling. Yes, ma'am. So the good part is your dad has come back to you after 7 years, but he's only part of him, because I'm doing this reading, but only part of him is coming back. Not like the whole thing, because I couldn't talk to him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He wanted to be there for you in life, and he wanted to be there for you in another life. It's so crazy, girl. And death, he says, look, he wanted to come back because he said, I loved being alive. And he says, I was tired of waiting on the other side.
Yeah.
He said he was tired of waiting. Listen, I don't be surprised if your son has a couple of different personalities in him.
Oh, I bet. My dad had one hell of a personality.
Your dad's making me feel like he was like very outgoing and very loving at the same time, and very just kind and a generous person, and just he loved living.
Yeah.
He died fairly young. He was only 67. So you know, what do you say? You know, there's nothing you can
57.
say.
57.
Oh, 57, that's right. I'm so sorry, dude. I am sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh, I knew what you meant. Put my thing down since it's dark now. I keep forgetting to put my shade down. Even though I don't think anybody would look in my backyard, but who knows? I could have a peeping Tom. Who knows? All this shit's going on with TikTok with me. Everybody like trying to post my address and shit. Who the hell knows what's gonna happen? But I got my 2 little guard dogs in here. I'd like to see somebody try to come up in here, girl.
Right?
Petey don't fucking play no business, dude. If he thinks somebody's trying to attack me, he's such a good guard dog, I swear. So let me see what else your dad is telling me. No, I'm also hearing about military. Do you have a military reference in your family?
My grandfather was in the military.
Okay, let me see what else I'm hearing. Now I heard 3 kids. Is this for you or is this for your father? I just heard 3 kids.
I had a miscarriage before I had my daughter.
And then you have your son. Okay, so you were supposed to. This daughter's here. This is a daughter. Wait a minute. Was this miscarriage before your daughter was born?
Yes.
She came back in your daughter. This is crazy.
Oh my.
Does she have kind of like the same thing, like 2 different personalities?
Oh yeah.
This daughter come back in your daughter, my friend. That's what I'm hearing. It's so weird because you're supposed to have 3 children, but you only have 2. I'm also feeling like this was early pregnancy when you lost her, like 5 or 6 weeks. That's what I heard.
Yes.
She said, I just wasn't ready to be born, so I came back again. She says, was this a few years after you had the miscarriage? Like 2 or 3 years?
Yeah. I think it was 2 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm. That's what she's telling me. She says, you know what? She says, I'm glad I came back in my sister. So like she's in her, but it's like only part of her, not her whole soul is in there. Because it would be weird. You can't carry 2 souls in you. That'd be kind of awful weird, you know. But I wonder, you know what I just thought of? Like her hermaphrodites. It makes sense maybe that they do have 2 souls in them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying that just came to me about if somebody does have 2 souls, is that possible? I don't know. But I know that this child that you lost is in your child now, the daughter.
Oh wow.
Is she spunky? I just heard she's spunky.
Oh yeah.
She's spunky and crazy.
Oh yeah.
I keep hearing like, okay, that 7 is probably for your dad. Now your daughter's not 7, is she? I feel like she's younger.
So my daughter was born on September 7th.
Shut up.
I know, I'm telling you, this is crazy.
This is fucking crazy.
I'm glad I waited all this time.
Oh my God, this is, because I just heard 7. Like, why am I hearing 7 again? I wasn't sure if it was for your dad or what. I'm like, no, she's not 7, is she? And then you said, oh my gosh, so she's a Virgo girl, ain't she? No wonder why she's a little bit cuckoo. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have 2 Virgo children and my husband was Virgo. I know exactly what you're going through.
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly what you're going through, my friend. Oh my gosh, I've got so much shit and it's only been like 15 minutes and I've got so much information for you. This is crazy.
I know. This makes me feel so good. And there's 43 people in the live. Woohoo!
Yeah, listen, girl, I try to manifest for stuff to happen in my life, but I never generally just, you know, I feel like when I do energy healing, it brings more people into my life for some reason. I don't know why. Like my energy like attracts more people, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else I'm hearing. Did your dad wear a lot of hats for some reason?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Because he's talking about hat or hats. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Not every guy wears hats. My husband wore hats when he wasn't feeling good about himself. He was trying to draw attention from his mouth because he didn't have any teeth. He lost all his teeth a couple years before he died. But I'm hearing about hats, and he like were these like some kind of teams or something? Some of them were like teams.
Yeah, he was a big, huge Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Go Eagles, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You still watch football? You watch football?
I do. I here and there. I don't get to watch it as much. A lot has happened in my life in the past year, and
Of course, Kristen, I get it. Of course, listen, we're all human, and what are you gonna do, right? We're all human,
yeah.
and there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to take the good with the bad,
Absolutely.
What else are we supposed to do but just try to do better and just try to be better,
Yes.
All right, let me see what else I'm hearing. Now I'm hearing about a dog. Have you lost a dog?
When I was younger, my dad's
Yeah, this dog is with your dad.
probably Chico.
Yeah, it's probably Chico.
That was his sidekick.
Okay, yeah, okay. But I feel like it's been a while since he passed away.
Yes, it has.
I don't know if it's been like 15 years since he passed away, but I just heard 15. I don't know if that means something to you or not.
I know it's been a long time. I just not necessarily sure how many years. It's been longer than my dad passed. Like, my dad was still alive when he passed away.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm feeling at least over 10 years. That's kind of what I'm feeling for this dog.
Yeah.
Would this be anything like a Chihuahua or like a smaller dog like a Chihuahua?
100% a Chihuahua.
Shut up. Oh my God.
Yes. I had two.
Oh my God.
We had two. We had Chico and we had Zoe.
Because I keep hearing about Chihuahuas. These are little feisty creatures, dude.
Oh yeah. Like they're ankle biters.
Yeah, like I feel like because they're so small, they have to act so big and so rotten.
Oh yeah, they both. I had two Chihuahuas, so I had Zoe and I had Chico, and they didn't care. They'd go after a Doberman.
They would, and they're usually scared of these little dogs because they know how bad they can be.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Well, both of the dogs are here, so Zoe's also gone too, right?
Yes.
Because both of them are here, my friend. Where they like, I keep feeling like they're tan color, like tannish gray or tannish brown kind of thing.
So Zoe was tan and Chico was a black and tan.
Okay, that's what I'm feeling for them. But Zoe, she passed away after Chico, didn't she?
She passed away before Chico, actually.
When I hear, I don't know who passes before what. I hear before, I'm like, which one? It's so crazy.
Absolutely.
It's like, they don't tell me. I just hear before. And I'm like, well, who died before who? Like, I don't know sometimes, but your dad is with these dogs. He says, I just wanted to tell you that I'm with these dogs, he says. And they're running around like crazy over there. They are like, would they chase a lot of things?
Oh yeah. They're fast.
Little fast rodents. I don't know what they look like. Rodents to me. Wait, was one a long haired Chihuahua?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Now, one of them is making me feel like they got sick before they passed away. They just really weren't feeling very well.
Yeah, Zoe. That's how Zoe.
Excuse me. What are you doing over, little monster? My daughter's cat Spark is in here, and he just gets into everything. He literally, I've watched him push shit off on purpose.
Oh my God.
He's done it. He's done it in front of me. I'm like, what are you doing? This is crazy. It's like these cats. Why do they do this on purpose? Please, somebody tell me this shit.
Oh, I know.
It's terrible. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Zoe. No, I just heard cancer. Is it possible that one of these dogs had cancer?
I believe Zoe had. We thought she had breast cancer because she had puppies, and her one. That's insane. So her one little booby.
I'm a psychic medium. What do you expect? You know, I know these things, girl.
I know, this is crazy, but you know what? It's cool. I love it. And I've been watching you and like listening to you, like when I'm at work, and I'm like, I need to have this session with her. Like there is just so much that has happened in my life.
That's crazy.
You know?
Definitely, for sure. Yeah, because Zoe's make me feel like she really got sick before she passed away.
Yes.
Now, who was put down? I just heard put down. Was it one or both of them that were put down? I just heard put down.
Zoe was put down.
And then
she was really suffering.
Yeah, she was. And no, I just heard 8. Would that mean like she was around 8 years old when she got sick or when she passed?
I believe so. I'm not 100%.
Okay, I believe I'm gonna say yes to that one because it's funny because when I hear these numbers, they have to go with what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And so, like, she is barking the hell out. She's like, she's barking at me.
She was a barker.
This is like, it's like, yeah, I'm trying. And she's like, that's what she sounds like to me.
She barks at everything and everything.
She still does. You know, they're both still around you. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
Now, do you have any current dogs? I'm not reading them. I'm just asking you because I want to tell you something. Do you have any current dogs?
No, I do not.
Well, what about a cat?
I do not have any animals.
Well, damn it. Okay, because I was going to say if you did, they clearly can see these dogs with you because they are with you. Like, do you find stuff that gets knocked over? It's not because of your child.
Yes, sometimes.
That's because of the dogs. I think they're roughhousing and they're playing and they're together for eternity on the other side. So they just wanted to come through and say, look, we're here we're with would it be grandpa to them? Is their grandfather? You're their grandfather.
Yeah.
They said, look, we're here. I'm with grandpa. And so we're okay. He's holding on to these babies until you can be with them again. But I promise you, these wild dogs are with you. I swear, these wild dogs are just.
So I'm gonna mind blow you. I'm gonna mind blow you again.
Oh God.
So, in the summer, we went to a few yard sales, and my son, you know, he was little, you know, so he's going around. I went to go visit my friend Karen. Her mom had passed away and, you know, she was getting rid of some things. And so I went to go visit her. I wanted to say hi and, you know, see if she has any junk that I can buy, you know?
Yeah.
And so Connor immediately picked out these 2 Chihuahua statues.
Yeah.
And they look just like Zoe and Chico.
You know he sees things, don't you?
And I asked her what their names was, and she said they were Zoe and Chico too.
That
was her mom's. Up. Yes, I'm telling you, I'm looking at the statues right now. I literally am. They're actually like.
They were named. The statues were named Zoe and You're kidding.
Yes, exactly, in the same colors and everything.
That's what they came back. So maybe they're inside the statues. I don't know. They're just.
They're here.
Wait.
I'm not getting rid of them ever.
Do you see your son looking at things that aren't there?
He's going to be 2, so it's like, I don't really tentatively notice, but maybe.
Because I believe that he does see things that are not there.
Oh, wow.
I believe he could do what I could do when he gets older. I believe this might stick with him. I don't know if it runs in your family. Even if it doesn't, that doesn't matter because he could be the first one that could do it. You know, we all have this ability. It's just learning to tap into it. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was just their way of letting you know that they're with you. So now these statues that look like your dog. That's crazy, girl.
Yeah, Yeah, I told you I have a lot of mind-blowing shit that has happened to me.
That's insanely crazy, honey.
I know, I swear, like, when I tell people this stuff, like, they're like, what?
Yeah.
Like I'm a crazy person. And I'm like, no, I'm literally not lying. I'm like, this is the freaking truth. I'm just mind-blowing as you are, you know?
You know, well, I'm going to tell you this. Your dad wants you to know, he says, look, I love you very much. I'm okay. I'm with the dogs. I'm doing the best that I can. He says, I didn't want to die. Nobody wants to die of a heart attack. Nobody wants to die like that way. But he says, now I just heard cremated. Would this be for your dad?
Yes.
Okay.
My dad was cremated.
Yep, I heard cremated. So that's just his way of letting you know that he's okay, and he's okay with how what happened, you know, cremated. My husband was cremated. He always told me, he said he always told me from the beginning that he wanted to be cremated. He says, I don't want to be buried in the ground. So that's what I did. So, but
yeah,
you know.
That's exactly what he would say.
Yep, exactly. So, you know, I thought the reading was so good. Listen, your dad's at peace, the dogs are at peace, and everybody's at peace, John. You don't have to worry about them at all, my love.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I have one question, though.
Yeah, sure.
So, I lost my home on Easter this past year to a house fire.
I heard the fire.
So there's a lot of answers that I've been trying to get, you know, as to why. I've answered a lot of my own. I got answers on my own without police investigation or anything. I don't know if you feel anything from that.
Honey, I keep hearing about arson.
Oh my. Yes. Oh my God.
It was arson, darling. That's what it was.
I saved my family's life.
Thank God for that. Thank God for that.
The fire wasn't meant for us.
You don't think it was?
No.
Who was it supposed to be meant for?
The previous owner, because we had just bought that house.
Oh my God. I just heard vendetta. I feel like whoever did this was trying to kill the previous owner.
Yes.
Oh my God. I just heard vendetta. That's what I heard.
Yeah, you did.
Thank God you got out. Like, God, this is just weird.
We literally lost everything we own.
I'm sorry. But you know what? Thank God you are all okay. Listen, I would rather lose everything I own as long as my family was okay.
Yep, we're safe, we're alive. And
because you can always rebuild. Your dad just told me he was there to keep you guys safe, to keep you guys get out of there, to keep you guys safe from the fire. That's what he just told me.
My dad?
Yeah.
Yep. I have a full thought of that because something kept me up that night that
you had just a gnawing, like a sensation, like you just something felt off with you. Hi, baby.
Oh, that's Connor.
Hi, Connor. Hi, buddy.
Say hi.
It's Aunt Michelle. Hi, bud.
Say hi. Say hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hey, hi. Oh, she's blowing you kisses.
He's
All
like,
right. Okay, but yeah, so we had the fire and we're rebuilding right now. We're actually staying in an Airbnb across the street from our house that was burnt down.
Did you hear something, like some kind of noise or something that brought your attention to this?
Yes. Holy shit.
Because I'm hearing about you heard something. I'm hearing something about glass. Was there something about glass breaking or something?
I heard banging.
You heard banging. Okay. Well,
I'm sure glass was shattering.
Yeah, I'm hearing about glass. Like, did they throw something at your house or something?
Poured gasoline.
Okay. Oh, man. This is rough. Please tell me that he got caught.
He's no longer here.
He died?
He took his own life.
Dude, yeah. I can see why he did that. I definitely can see why he did that. And he's not having a very good time right now.
I think what had happened was, from what I investigated on my own and what the state police had told us, he wrote a death note.
Wow.
And explained everything. And he took his own life. He shot himself. I aired on the news. I was on the news here in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
The fire was on Easter Sunday. I did a news interview with a girl I went to school with on a Wednesday. They aired it on TV on Thursday, and this man killed himself on Friday.
Because he didn't realize you guys were there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, because he thought somebody else was there, didn't know there was new people in the house or something.
Yep.
And so he didn't want to go to jail, or he just didn't realize that there was a family there. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah,
wow.
It's very mind-blowing. Like, honestly, I have searched and searched and searched for answers. I have severe PTSD. I have,
of course,
so many issues, that I've been working on mentally, and I'm medicated and I'm okay to openly talk about it.
I'm so sorry, darling. Listen,
the only thing that I don't want is my daughter knowing, that how the fire happened, because I know what I go through mentally, knowing that this man had a sickness or something.
I don't know if this was true, but I just heard schizophrenia, so that's possible that's what he had.
Yes. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
This is crazy, girl. Crazy. Well, thank God you guys are alive, right?
I know.
How thankful are you that even though you lost everything, that your whole family is together?
Yeah, we're safe.
You got everybody out in time.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, how I feel? I feel the fire didn't spread fast until after you guys got out of the house. I feel like your dad was holding that fire back.
Yep, I bet, because it started in the back of the house.
And I feel like he held the fire at bay until you guys got out, and then it went up in flames.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the most scariest thing in my life, because this fire happened between 3:30 in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, that's crazy. So it was the middle. Wow. Good thing you were awake.
When I started hearing noises.
Yeah, you knew something was wrong. And you smelled smoke, didn't you?
No, I just knew that there was, I heard a noise. There was a first bang, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Because Denny was snoring, so loud. And I'm like, so I was, on and off up. Because I'm a late sleeper. So I couldn't sleep for nothing. So every time I tried to go down, and then I heard the second bang. And I woke up Denny, and I'm like, Denny, I hear something. Someone's breaking in our house. And he said, no, Kristen, you're crazy. We have cameras. We have ADT security home systems and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Denny, I don't know. Call me crazy or what? But then I heard it the third time. So that's when I got up out of bed and I went walking down towards my daughter's bedroom because, she's young and she might have been a rebel or something, or she might have been dancing in her room. At 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm going to find out. So I walked down the hall, and when I walked down the hall, I looked out the bathroom window, and I saw the flames, and I ran and grabbed the baby and Paisley. Both their rooms are across from each other.
That's good. You got out of their spot, and you yelled at your husband. I
yelled for Denny, and Denny jumped up. We literally bumped heads.
Yeah, because you told him his house was on fire.
Yeah.
Wow. And did you have any animals?
No, we didn't have any animals. My other half's allergic to literally everything. So.
Okay. Well, you know what? Listen, Thank God you guys are okay. And I'm very thankful that you guys are okay. Thank God, because, hey, Heather, because you might not be here if you weren't, something was keeping you awake. Something, I don't know. I think it was your dad, to be honest with you. I really, really do.
Yeah, and you know, the previous owners, they lived down the road here from my house. And they actually seen us out at a bar 2 weekends ago.
Thanks, Robin.
And I didn't see them, but Denny did. I was going out with a girl to get out of her Halloween costume. She wanted to go get it out of her car and blah, blah, blah. So I wasn't in the bar. Well, I guess when I stepped out, Denny went walking over to the bar, and the place was packed because it was a country singer playing, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
And, you know, so he went walking, like, towards the bar, and then he bumps into, you know, the previous owner. And Denny doesn't like confrontation or anything. If he can forget all of this, he would.
Right.
He's very private. He doesn't want no problems. He doesn't want nothing. So apparently Denny put his hand out to shake, because Denny doesn't like confrontation. He doesn't like problems. He just wants to move on with his life, that this terrible thing happened, and we just don't want any bad happening to us, you know, ever again, you know, so we're just avoiding. Like, so Denny just, like, threw his hand out there, and then the previous owner was like, F you, we're suing you for slandering our name. I've never gone out to the media, but I do live in a small town where the community is fantastic. And word got out. The truth kind of got out. And
you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't slander anybody. What the hell, dude?
No, I know. Believe me, it's like mind-blowing. So then the wife, the freaking wife, I tell you, she got in his face and she was yelling at him too. And I thought, Denny came over to me when I came back in, and he's like, Kristen, I want to go home. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but I'm just starting to have fun. Like, I'm dancing, I'm playing the slot machine, I'm having a great time. But you know what? I know you do have work in the morning.
Yeah.
And I respect that. And I want to, you know, I'll go home, sure. So we're walking out, and Denny's like, I need to tell you something when we get in the truck. And I'm like, you know, I'm a little buzzed up, and I'm like, what do you want to tell me? Why can't you just tell me right now? You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll tell you when you get in the truck. So we get in the truck. He locks the doors and he pulls out and he tells me that they just verbally attacked him.
Wow, that's crazy,
so
girl.
him, I'm like, let me out of the car now. And he wouldn't let me out of the car.
No. Gotta go home.
Yeah, I had to go home, but I ended up going over to my friend Nancy so she can, like, calm me down a little bit, because I would have went back there and I probably would have went to jail.
You probably would have, darling.
Yes. So that had happened recently. So, like, these people, like I'm like, do I call the police? Do I just leave it go and hopefully they never bother us again? Or hopefully one day that
I would just let it go. Let it go. They were drunk. Let it go.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the moral of the story is thank God you guys are alive, or you could be dead right now. Thank God. Right?
I know. Mm-hmm.
And I know that you guys appreciate life just a little bit more, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? Tomorrow is never promised, and you never know. Your life can blink in the middle of your eyes, you know?
I'm telling you right now, your dad was behind keeping you guys safe that day. I'm telling you right now.
Well, can I tell you that my dad's ashes were in the house?
That's fine. That's fine. The reading's over. It's okay. Yeah. So he was, honey, I promise you. Yeah. They should be thankful it wasn't them and almost have remorse if nothing else. Exactly. But you know what? It is what it is. And thankfully that you guys are here, my friend. And thankfully, I'm glad I did this reading for you. And just hopefully things will start calming down for you guys. And you guys can get back on track, you know?
I hope so. I really hope so.
You will. It's just going to take time, my friend. It's going to take time. That's all.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Let me stop the recording.